Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. As the game grows more popular each season, some of the sidemen have decided to play fantasy. They have been playing for several seasons, but this year there are three of them, and it's going to be good to see how they're performing and to rate their drafts. Sidemen are one of the reasons that I am doing content in general because they inspired me to start my journey and to see how far I can go. So I decided to take a look at their team, maybe suggest some opinions about them if they can grow. I know they have a mini league that they're playing for the losers who have to pay the whole day for the rest. So maybe they do not have to pay for the rest, but let's see if they will watch it at all or not, or if that will reach them at all or not. I don't know, but honestly, I'm doing just for fun. So let's see how they've started. 3 game weeks of information, 3 teams, Behzinga, W2S, and KSI play FPL. So let's see how the 3 of them are doing. Let's start with Behzinga. He started with a 62 pointer. Let's see what he prepared. So Henderson in goal, pretty general. Trent, Poro and Kwanzaa, okay. Not very strange. Nkunku, Jota, Saka, okay. Isaac, Haaland, Muniz. To be fair, pretty general draft. I've seen several players use that. On the bench, Rodgers, Konsa and Barco. So immediately he got a problem after game week 1 where Kwanzaa and Barco didn't play. So that's a little bit of a worry. But I believe that it's savable, to say the least. Nkunku is another guy that is not favorable. So Nkunku, Kwanzaa and Barco. So yeah, Behzinga basically fell into the trifecta trap, which is not ideal. But once again, it's completely manageable. And I don't think it's such a big of an issue because he has Konsa. So Poro, Konsa and Arnold can be pretty good to own. And Nkunku is the guy that I would target in this team to transfer out if I was him, because he's taking a lot of budget and I don't like him at all as option currently for FPL. Elsewhere, yeah, Rodgers is there prepared, so maybe you don't even care about the transfers, but yeah, you have 11 players starting, so it's a pretty good start. Game week rank of 3.1 million. Pretty average start. It's above average, so average 57, he was above it, so it's looking nice. So yeah, this is looking like the template, so I would give it a 7 out of 10. Just no original picks, to be fair. Everything is template made, so yeah, 7 out of 10 here. Let's see what happened next week. So he made a transfer, so he brought in Burn instead of Kwanzaa, and he did not get a lot of points for it. Captain option, at least for Haaland, went well, but he didn't triple captain him, and he went for 5.5 million rank. Here, Salah most probably is hurting him, Palmer is hurting him, Son hurt him, so a lot of players he did not own, and the triple captains didn't pay off that much. Elsewhere, Henderson, yeah, 1 pointer there, 6 points for Arnold and Pedro. This Pedro Poro, yeah, this is okay. Burn, yeah, he got them for the setup, but they conceded 2 goals there, so it's a 1 pointer in the defensive department. Nkunku is still an issue that he needs to address. So let's see how he manages that in game week 3. If he manages it at all, Diogo Jota, Eze and Saka pretty good picks. I don't think he need to change anything there. And Haaland, Isaac and the unlucky Muniz, who I would look to take out of my team. Konsa, Rodgers and Barco. So yeah, if Rodgers instead of Nkunku, it would have been better with 1 point. But yeah, pretty general, so he remains in the 7 out of 10 department. And then going, okay, he played a wild card. That's an interesting decision. And he went with a full, if I have to say, template now. So Raya and an Arsenal defender, 2 Arsenal defenders there, Poro and Trent were kept in his team. Rodgers and Saka kept their places, so Smith-Rowe, Palmer and Tielemans joined, so he brought in Tielemans, but he benched him. That's interesting. Why did you bring him at all if you are going to bench him? Konsa remained and Harwood Bellis joined the team as well. Muniz, I don't know why the hell did he keep Muniz. Seems unreasonable. He would have gone for, yeah, okay, Joao Pedro, but maybe someone else if sold Tielemans, who is, by the way, 5.5. 1 million can be saved there, so he can go for a 7 million striker. which is ideal, so I don't like him using a chip. This team is not wild card worthy, to be fair, and he didn't bring in Salah or someone, so yeah, he just wasted the wild card in my opinion. This team looked solid. Yeah, last week in game week 3, Henderson returned, Trent. Okay, Burns scored an own goal, but most probably he was going to play Konsa. Saka returned, Eze returned. Diogo Jota didn't, and he would have played Rodgers. Isaac returned and Haaland returned, so he would have been pretty good compared to now. Only no Arsenal players returned. So yeah, he basically would have gotten similar score, but no. If he sold just Muniz for Joao Pedro, it would have been a deal. But yeah, it was his decision. I don't support it. So the final rating for Behzinga from me, sorry, is going to be 6 out of 10. Too early playing a wild card. It seems like a knee-jerk reaction, and I'm not a fan of it. Let's go and see W2S's draft. He started worse the season, 4.6 million, but I can see he has climbed a little bit up to 0.5, so pretty good green arrow coming his way most probably in game week 2. So he's a Chelsea fan and started with Palmer, okay. Henderson, Arnold, Guardiola, Burn, pretty solid defense, returned everywhere there. Just didn't have the luck to return. So who returned more for Behzinga for in order for him to be so many points ahead of him? So Poro and Saka. Okay, so Poro and Saka returned compared to Guardiola and Palmer. Okay, I get that. Solanke pretty unlucky. Immediately after that, Barco. Wings and Bellis are not playing, but they are okay options. Isaac here as a captain option. I would have gotten for Arnold or for Diogo Jota if I was him. I did not get the Isaac captaincy at all. Palmer is here. As a Smith Rowe, pretty good draft, a little bit of a differential to start the season with. No one was starting with Palmer in my books and around me, so I quite like that. Suwanke was a good shout out. Barco, a little bit questionable with two 4.0 defenders, but you cannot have them all. Smith Rowe, okay. Eze, okay. Yeah, so 7.5 out of 10. Guardiola is not a player that I would go for, but yeah, at the start of the season, he was hyped a lot. In game week 2, good game week for him. So he made a transfer, so he sold out Solanke and immediately brought in Wood. He didn't return that week, but still a transfer and in the positive direction. Smith Rowe 10-pointer, Arnold 6-pointer, okay. Palmer 17 points, that boosted him a lot. 2 million rank, that's a good rank in my books. Burn, yeah, pretty solid draft if I would have to say. No Vivo players on the way, but let's see how he's performing in game week 3. In game week 3, he score an own goal here? Yeah, that's why he's on 0. So he made a transfer, and it was Raya. Oh, he brought in Raya. That was a little bit questionable. I don't like the goalkeeper transfers, but at least he hasn't used a chip and he's 2.5 compared to Behzinga, who is 3.5. So they're in a pretty similar good positions. Arnold, Guardiola, Burn, yeah, solid defensive line with Raya. So he had a lot of money in the bank. Dropping from Solanke to Wood would have gotten him that. Eze, Palmer, Wood, Isaac and Haaland hurt him a lot. I don't know why he didn't go for Haaland as he got him as a captain option. He decided to go for Palmer. It would have been 11 points better, so 221, he would have been in an amazing position. But yeah, it was his decision. I would rate that team higher than Behzinga's, to be fair, and he hasn't used the chip, so 8 out of 10 for W2S. And finally, we go for KSI, who started the season pretty well, 1.9. He's in the top 1 million currently, so that's a good beginning. Of course, the Arsenal boys are here, Saka, Saliba, Raya. Paid out too much for him as a captaincy. I believe they were just saying, okay, let's all go for as a captaincy and see what's going on. I'm surprised he didn't go for Saka, but still, Poro, Saliba, Kwanzaa is a little bit worrying. Johnson didn't play and he's not playing. Suwanke and Tenkungu, so he has been hurt a lot. Murphy, a lot of unlucky things happening around him as well, so Interesting to see how he manages to fight back to increase to 800k. That's an interesting thing to monitor. Elsewhere, no Salah for the three of them, so they don't believe in the Egyptian king. Let's see when they will bring him, if they bring him at all at their wild card. But yeah, the Arsenal defense is doing him wonders. Then in game week 2, captains for Haaland, of course, Smith Rowe. So who didn't return Solanke? He didn't transfer him out. He brought in Smith Rowe. No. So who did he bring in? Andersen. Yeah, he took out Kwanzaa for Andersen. So yeah, he wanted to save the money for drop. What's his budget? 106 squad value. What's his budget? 100.4 and his is 100.4. Okay, pretty solid things. Raya, Saliba, Saka once again returning good points for him. Mikulenko, too bad of a shout out if he went for Johnson, but yeah, they were playing against Manchester City. Smith Rowe returning, Jota returning, Saka returning, and Haaland returning. A pretty good overall rank, and he was moving well. So yeah, apart from Nkunku and maybe Solanke, I like it a lot. And in game week 3, okay, he activated the wild card. To be fair, he did pretty alright activating it, but still he sold out everyone from Arsenal. What the hell is that? KSI? Wow, I'm hella surprised. No Arsenal players, but maybe he just decided to sack them off. Got Salah, got Haaland, none of them being captains. Mbumu and Palmer. Okay, Robertson, Robinson. Double viewer defense is a little bit extensive. Pedro on the bench, but he faced Arsenal, so that's understandable. Ramsdale in goal as a backup for Southampton. I don't think he's keeping a clean sheet. But now he has the big guns. He has Mbumu, he has Palmer. I believe he will bring Saka and Saliba back, or Raya, in game week 6. So Mikulenko will go. I'm quite surprised on a wild card he didn't change Mikulenko and Johnson, to be fair, and he brought in Muniz. Did he own Muniz? No, and he brought him in. What the hell? Muniz, Smith Rowe, yeah, that trifecta of triangle here is a little bit questionable, but defense is solid. Midfield and attack is semi-solid. So I like that. I will give that an 8.5 out of 10. So yes, I have improved a lot. Maybe he has been taking and watching some videos from somewhere. Maybe he will start watching my channel. Who knows? Let's see if I can reach to the Sidemen at all. But yeah, I'm quite surprised at how well they are playing. But most probably they are watching some content creators because they're going with template teams. Let's be real. But KSI prepared way better on a wild card compared to Behzinga, who got... Is the budget the same? Yeah. Who got a little bit questionable moves? Muniz, Rogers, and Smith Rowe. Not for me. No Salah for him. Triple Arsenal on a wild card. Quite interesting. So let's see how it goes. So for Ethan, what I will do to improve his squad, I would say Tielemans, and I'll most probably upgrade Muniz as a first step, or just go for someone else, or upgrade Smith Rowe or Rogers. It doesn't matter, but yeah, you cannot own two full attackers. It's not ideal. For Harry, what I will do without him using any chips. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe I'll downgrade Guardio because the fixtures are coming, and I'll get Robinson, leave Davis, something like that. So that would be the transfer that I make. And for KSI, I would consider swapping Muniz, but he can bench him for Pedro. Yeah, I can roll some transfers in order to fill in Arsenal boys in game week 6. So yeah, those are my advices for them. Let's see if that video reaches them at all. Let's hope so. If you have any questions or if you want to ask something, go for it. I'm currently doing very well in the FPL. So yeah, I can give you advices from a higher perspective this year. If you want to be part of the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm doing QCL Fantasy as well. You can go and watch my first draft video there. I'm going to improve way more because it's a completely different game for me and I'm not too well versed there, but still I will improve. Thank you for watching very much, and I will see you soon tomorrow with more FPL content. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye!